infrastructure as a service, database as a service, and all that. But here they are speaking about business transformation as a service. So they want to transform the entire business into a sustainable, intelligent enterprise. So this is the best starting point for them, the ideal starting point. We can say it's not the only possible approach, but this is one possible approach to start your transformation. Rise with SAP. Because when you opt for this, when you go with this contract, Rise with SAP contract, which we call it as a business transformation as a service, you will get so many um, options here. In fact, you'll get so many tools, so many technologies, which will allow you to do your conversion of an existing landscape into an intelligent enterprise landscape a lot more easily. So there are so many components part of this. They are providing cloud ERP for you. They are providing business process intelligence. They're providing business platform and analytics, business networking they are providing for you. And there are so many services and tools they offer part of this Rise with SAP. So the advantage customer will be having is he doesn't need to have different licenses and different SLAs. All that is not necessary now. So when you want to know more about this, Rise with SAP, when you are speaking about the central point we have here is Cloud ERP. So Cloud ERP is nothing but your S/4HANA, S/4HANA Cloud. But they'll provide a private cloud here for you. S/4HANA private cloud option will be provided to you here. So when you want to know more about this Rise with SAP, the best place for you is, let's just go to sap.com, and here you'll find a lot of products actually. When we go to products, we have this ERP, right? Enterprise Resource Planning. You select that. So here they'll give you these options. Start your cloud ERP journey by adopting ready to run solutions. So observe here, when we look for this, as I already mentioned that there is an option called Rise with SAP. This is there for a long time. Now there is also another term you're going to come across here called Grow with SAP. And this is another frequently used term you're going to see in the most of the organizations. So it's always better for you to understand what is it and how different is Grow with SAP is different from this Rise with SAP. It's always better. See, actually, whatever we are trying to discuss here is going to be a very good entry point for you later on to work very effectively and efficiently with BTP administration. Okay, so we are trying to get a big picture. But we are not saying that this is the only way the customers will be moving to intelligent, sustainable enterprise solutions. This is one of the options we are saying. This is not the only option they have. Suppose if a customer is interested to have S/4HANA on-premise, he can have it, part of it. It's not that they have to move to cloud only, but they can still use. But they need to buy those licenses separately. They need to have SLA separately. That's going to be a very expensive stuff for most of the customers. So we can't expect every customer is opting for that, right? That's why I'm asking you to explore these options given by SAP, particularly understanding this. Rise with SAP. So here, migrate your current ERP to the tailored to fit cloud solution. But it's not just only the ERP what we are going to get. So ERP is one thing, and at the same time, we'll get other solutions also here. Part of that Rise with SAP. There will be different components actually. So to know that, let us get into this Discover Rise with SAP. See here, There is a solutions component, cloud infrastructure, migration and adoption services they are offering to you. So as part of this solutions component, you have cloud ERP. Migrate your ERP systems to the cloud ERP. That is your S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition they are providing to you. Part of this. Now, the basic difference when you want to understand between Grow with SAP and Rise with SAP is, if you just go back and if you explore Grow with SAP, look at that here. Ready to run cloud ERP solution. Here also they are speaking about ready to run cloud ERP solution, adopt and acceleration services, community learning and all that they are giving. And in this ready to run cloud ERP solution, what they are speaking about, this is S/4HANA public cloud. See, S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition. Simple difference, basic difference if you want to understand. Okay, this is something new, Grow with SAP, anyhow. But what I'm asking you people to do is try to explore this. Very, very helpful in the future. See, the way you are going to work as an administrator is going to change completely. Don't think that you're a basis consultant, you know all the basis admin activities, you can sustain and survive in this market. That's not going to be the case. You have to adapt to the changes happening in the industry. That is very, very important thing. Otherwise, you cannot survive. Because understand simple thing. Suppose if you go to cloud services, say there is a software as a solution, a SaaS product provided by some service provider. Like SAP is providing a SaaS product called S/4HANA Cloud. Say public edition is there. What you are going to do as an administrator there? What's your job? What's your role? So you need to be clear. See, most of those admin activities, like suppose you are speaking about installation, you don't do installation there. So we have very, very limited scope as an administrator. The activities what you are going to perform in that environment is very, very limited. So if you stick to that old basis administrative activities, you are feeling like I know basis, I am an expert of basis activities, I can survive in this market. That's not going to happen. You have to be future ready. And if you want to make yourself ready for that, you need to know all these things. How the solutions offered by SAP is changing drastically, what SAP is trying to offer to the customers. That understanding is very, very crucial for you. So in that context, then you can think about, okay, what is my role is going to be as an administrator? What is my job? What is my responsibility? What is the scope of that? That you have to understand and try to learn those things. That's where something like this BTP administration and all that will be helpful for you. Because when SAP came with this Rise with SAP also, there were question marks. Like, what is the role of a basis consultant? Are the basis consultants completely avoidable in this kind of implementations? There are question marks like that. So we need to know what our role is going to be, and accordingly you have to change yourself. That's why I'm asking you to explore this. Otherwise, we can directly go to BTP technology platform and start creating an account today itself and creating some sub accounts and all that services we can explore. But that's not going to help you out. But know about this. So when you are looking at this, they are not just offering only the cloud ERP here, they are providing the infrastructure with all the SLAs, migration and adoption services also. A lot of tools and methodologies they'll provide for you, part of this. And they are giving you a facility for you to analyze the existing business processes and how to optimize those business processes. So your entire business process transformation, how it happens, what are the recommendations they'll give. So you have exclusively for that business process intelligent solutions, what we can call them as, which will allow the users to turn process insights into actions. You can get tailored recommendations for process improvements so that you can run your business profitably. So you can remove these inefficiencies in the business process. All that we can do. There are solutions. You have something called SAP Signavio solutions offered by SAP here. And they're providing you the infrastructure, hyperscaler infrastructure is part of this. And there are so many application services also SAP is providing to you. So the technology platform, anyhow, you have the business technology platform, and they're providing you the analytical capabilities for you. And the networking, the business networking. So it's not restricting for your company only. So you can have digital connections with suppliers, assets, you can share data and workflows. All this you can do with your partners. So you'll have ultimately collaboration with your manufacturers, the logistic service providers, asset operators, so many people, retailers, customers. So you can build a proper supply chain. So with a huge trading partner networks. So that's all possible with this partner and community here. So it's not just simply giving you one solution called S4HANA. It's not just about that. It's not just providing one solution component. So they're speaking about infrastructures, and the services, different tools and methodologies. Everything will be part of one single contract you are going to have with SAP. In fact, when we are speaking about this business technology platform here, business technology platform, everything is like service provided to you. So what SAP is doing, SAP is providing you some credits. You'll get some consumption credits default with this contract when you go with RISE with SAP. So once you get that consumption credits, you will be able to utilize them. And whenever it's necessary, suppose you want to have some extension for the existing application, that is S/4HANA Cloud application. So you can do that extensions. Whatever the additional functionality you wanted to have, you can have it. You want to use some analytical capabilities there, you can use it. So with that consumption credits, what they are providing for you. So you can start using that capabilities of that BTP in a production environment, and using which you can accelerate your move to the cloud with the faster data migrations and all that. And the most important thing is here, keeping the core clean. Always remember, this is something, a term which SAP is using so frequently. Keeping the core clean. That's what always they speak about, particularly with this S/4HANA Cloud solution. So what do you mean by keeping the core clean is, whatever the application given to you, keep that application intact. Don't make changes for that application. Because tomorrow SAP is providing you some enhancements, improvements, new versions and all that. The compatibility is going to be a big issue. So if you want to have a smooth transition to the new versions or new functionalities, it becomes a lot more easier for you when you have that core clean. So don't disturb that application, keep that application intact, and whatever the changes, whatever the enhancements you need, that you do as in the form of extensions. So that when you want to do it, we need the technology platform. That's what is BTP is all about. And that's where they're providing you so many facilities for you. Automated business process with built-in contents. You can make your decisions faster with AI. Artificial intelligence is there, right? Part of that. You can utilize the low code or no code capabilities in the development. So you have a lot of data management facilities also available for you. So all that you can use. So when you are speaking about RISE with SAP, see here, they use the term clean core. How to migrate and all that, anyhow, that process will be there, and how the customers are benefited, how they move, all that will be there. I mean, that we are not getting into, that's not our task now, our job, but we are trying to understand the solutions offered by SAP, to RISE with SAP. So here, let me take you a little bit more into that. when you're speaking about this S/4HANA private cloud, look at this. They covered almost everything. You name it, like finance, procurement, manufacturing, sales. Every business process is covered there, right? So if you want, you can explore this. You can take a tour of this, what they're providing in finance, right? What they're providing in procurement, all that. I mean, that level is not necessary, but have a basic idea about that will be very, very useful for you. Okay, so get to know about this ERP solution, particularly these two. So if you go with grow with the SAP, and then you can observe that the small differences you'll experience. This is for smaller customers. This is a cloud ERP, which is a public edition because they'll have shared resources here, right? And what are the benefits you have with this? In fact, I mean, grow with SAP. What I heard is they have something called scale ups. Actually, they'll define who are the scale ups. Like startups, you have, right? Similarly, they have scale ups, and who are having the business growth of 20% per annum. More than that, they consider them as scale ups. They don't have sufficient funds available. SAP will provide these solutions free of cost for 6 months. They're providing. So you can learn more about that. Grow with SAP for scale ups. That's something new, and what are the benefits you'll be having and all that. So it's a very interesting thing because if you, as I'm telling you, if you understand the solutions offered by SAP, then you'll understand the significance of these, different components, and part of that components business technology platform. So how useful that is going to be for me. That's why I'm asking you to explore these areas, right? Okay. So they also, I mean, when you start exploring even this one, what we call it as Rise with SAP, actually a lot of questions they'll answer here. Somewhere you'll have it here only. Try to go through this completely. So they'll take all the questions and what are the differences you have, everything they'll give you between Grow with SAP and Rise with SAP also. Somewhere they're given that information actually. So how customers are moving and all that you can find in these infographics. Let me see once. Where overview, we are in overview. And then these are all the benefits you have, future proof, business, all this is okay. But somewhere they are given some questions also for you. FAQs they'll give you. Check that once, you'll find it. There's a customer stories analyst. Not here. No. Check that once. Otherwise, tomorrow I'll give you that link. You'll find FAQs there, and then they'll give the comparisons also. Which type of customers opt for Grow with SAP? Which customers will opt for Rise with SAP? Grow with SAP is something like small customers in the beginning having a huge business growth. They are looking for some solutions. That's the best ideal option for them. As I told you, they'll give without charging anything 6 months free of cost. They'll provide that cloud S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition with so many different services offered to you. So if this is the way they are providing solutions, this is the way the customer is opting for the solutions. It may be an existing solution conversion they are doing, existing landscape conversion, otherwise a fresh implementation they are doing. Always the technology platform comes into picture, or BTP, because that is used as a foundation for integrations, extensions, data management, what they call it as data to value. all this and artificial intelligence capabilities you have there, everything you can utilize there. So that's going to be crucial. So try to explore a bit of this rise with SAP. Okay, so any of these presentations and all that I'll share with you, and the basic the components of this rise with SAP I mentioned, and one single contract, every different solution and services you are looking for will be available for you. So then when you do this, you as a BTP administrator will be having a role to play. Okay, so the next thing, after understanding the solutions what SAP is offering to you, before knowing about different layers of this intelligent sustainable enterprise, that is the business process, the solutions, and the platform, technology platform. One by one, we are going to discuss. I'll explain you more about this business process also. There are a lot of business processes. So, which SAP is providing complete end-to-end business process and what kind of solutions they offer to execute those business process. We'll discuss on that. We'll take it step by step. But for that, some terminologies which we are speaking about, like hyperscalers, infrastructure as a service, um, software as a service, database as a service. You have different terms, right? So tomorrow we'll be discussing about those terms first, understand this terminology, and then we'll try to get into this different components of or different layers of this enterprise solution, starting with this business process, solutions, and technology platform. So one by one we'll take it. Finally, we'll move to this technology platform and we'll try to explore more of this business technology platform. But this is going to be a beginning, a starting point for you. Always remember, trying to understand the solutions. Okay. So, and one more thing, I'm going to prepare customized documentations because some solutions like this, Rise with SAP, huge documentations will be available. It's a bit difficult to understand. I'll simplify that, like putting all this together into a small document, maybe 10-15 pages, which will be easy for you to go through. I'm going to prepare those customized documents for you. I'll provide them topic wise so that whenever you want to